Oh, parents embarrassing their kids on TikTok. Yay.
You're a fat little pig. Look at yourself in that window. Now.
That's why I'm eating.
Gobble it down, you little fatty. Stop eating my food.
Such an overreaction.
Stop eating my food.
Hello, my witches, warlocks, and wanderers.
Was the
Sick
bone
and
for
tired
everyone?
here, and today I have got another
Hello, Sick and
TikTok
Tired.
compilation of bad parents. We talk about bad parents and bad behavior on this channel, so if you feel like that's something that you could vibe with, I would please ask that you consider liking, subscribing, and turning on notifications. Also, just want to let you know, all of the things said in the video are my opinion. You might not agree with the things that I have to say. Talking about parenting can be very divisive, so like I always say, make your voices heard down below. We are very open to discussion on this channel. With all that being said, grab yourself a drink and get comfy.
Hey, hold on! Y'all look!
Oh, that is such a dirty place to live in. That baby cannot live in this filth.
Oh my god, he's walking!
Watch the dogs.
Look at
Oh,
him
and there's
go!
a dog
Come here,
too.
baby.
Please tell me I'm not the only one who noticed how filthy that house was. Look at that. There's pizza boxes everywhere. There's garbage on the ground. A child should not be living in an environment like that. I think he probably learned how to walk so that he could get out of there.
Them to finish talking. So,
Oh no.
you guys can explain to her what all that is and how.
He's pulling me over for seatbelt and questioning the children in my back seat who are 16.
Okay. She's 17. She said.
And so he could just give me the seatbelt ticket he wants to give me, and I could just go ahead and go
What
about
is
my business.
happening?
So we don't even know how old they are.
They're 16.
Identify.
They're 16. They don't have IDs.
What?
Okay, so they.
Why does your 16-year-old not have ID? I've had an ID since I was 12. I've had an ID since I was 12, a learner's permit since I was 15, and then I got my driver's license at 18. Your child should have identification. And if they don't have identification from state or school, that is a problem.
Give their name and date of birth. We just can't take your name for it.
Her friend gave her name and date of birth. I'm not giving my children's information right now. This is unnecessary.
They're your children?
Yes.
Okay, you're the mother.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to play the whole video because it's a little long and it's more
She
so
must be
just kind
privileged.
of what you heard already. So she's
Yeah.
getting pulled over because her children were not wearing seatbelts.
Oh.
I'm probably going to have an unpopular opinion on this one, but let me show you the comments first. I know that's right, Mama.
ID isn't required to be bad. Well, I know that, but I think it still is important for emergencies.
When I hear mama, that's been ruined for me. Even if it's like an innocent way of using it, I just cringe so hard when I hear mama now. I trust you with my kids.
I would not.
I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but my first thought was, why aren't they wearing their seatbelts?
Yeah.
And what are all of you people talking? What
And
do you
why
mean?
are they don't have
trust you with my
IDs?
kids. She didn't even have them put their seatbelts on. Why aren't they wearing their seatbelts? And also, I understand her being a mama bear and being like, look, you don't need to know anything about my children. But I was thinking, what if there's like an Amber Alert going on at the time, or there's, you know, a missing child or something, and they're just checking cars? There's no context to this video, so that's just me speculating. I could be 100% wrong, and these cops could just be total assholes that were just screwing with her. They really could be. Although I stand by my seatbelt thing. But if it was my child that was, you know, missing, God forbid, I would want every car with a child checked.
Yeah,
Am
I mean, you
making sense,
should
or am I out
have
of line?
one,
You guys
yeah.
let me know. Love a woman who protects her babies.
That's not
Except when it
protecting.
comes to wearing seatbelts and actually protecting them, but whatever. I guess she was protecting them in the sense of they're like keeping them anonymous, but then again, she posted the video online without blurring their faces. So
I don't understand. What's the point of keeping your children anonymous from the police if they didn't commit a crime? They just want identification to make sure that they're okay. They don't know the situation they're coming into when they pull over someone. They didn't even know you were the mom until like after a minute or two of arguing with you.
I don't know. There's a lot going on. And then also somebody else pointed out kind of what I was saying. She has no proof those children are hers and one is not. So one of the kids in the back seat actually isn't her child. It's somebody else's. So I don't know. Again, what do you guys think? I just can't get over the seatbelt thing. We have seen this trend before. It's saying I'm so pretty in front of your mom.
What?
Okay, what's going on in the background?
Mom, I'm so pretty. Wow.
What's with the line?
Aren't I?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
kid.
nobody says that. Conceited ass.
People like to try and exercise rights they think they have.
Dang. You don't think I'm pretty too?
I think you're beautiful. I think you're absolutely gorgeous. I wish my skin was that clear.
I didn't say that. I just said
You
people
didn't.
say that
I
about
know.
me. So I'm just so pretty. I'm gorgeous.
Yeah, you're not.
That's conceited.
Exactly, you're not pretty.
Well, who the hell is this?
She's pretty, but you never should say that. Like, as in, you should never like.
She's not even pretty at all.
I mean, you're supposed to love yourself, right?
Yeah, but not like that. Damn. That sounds conceited.
Yeah, you ugly son. Yeah, with your ugly son.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to
Oh,
sound
wow.
arrogant.
Is that the kid? Is that probably like a little sibling probably learning from the parents?
I was
I'm
just
saying that's what it is when people say stuff like that.
I was just trying to
You gotta be
appreciate
humble.
I was trying to appreciate my beauty.
You could think that, but saying it out loud makes you sound very arrogant.
Exactly.
Dang.
You're not even beautiful. We all know that.
Shut up, boy. You already know she's pretty.
She's not pretty at all.
God!
She's not pretty at all. I don't know. You're tripping about mom.
I don't know what you're tripping about, Mom. She's not pretty at all. What is happening? Oh my God, what is wrong with these people? All right, so we have another one.
So I actually am ugly.
Just busted, yeah. And I think that they just like they're looking at you like, oh my gosh, she's so ugly, and then they can't say that, you know.
She didn't just say,
You shouldn't say that.
she said, no, you're chopped. Her own mother.
But good luck on that interview, baby, tomorrow night. I'm gonna be right there to support you.
Thanks.
Is this real? Is that real?
That's my bone broth, isn't it?
It's not.
Take it what? It said take
What?
it back on the subtitles, but I heard take it back.
You're a fat little pig. Look
Jesus,
at yourself
this is
in
the
that
first
window.
one we
Now,
saw.
look at yourself.
I
Double
know
that
it.
down.
I know I'm fat.
That's a little kid being a little kid. How is she surprised by that? You know what I would? You know what? I assume so. Yeah, kids can be mean and trolls and assholes.
That's why I'm eating.
Gobble it down, you little fatty. Stop
Yes.
eating my
This is
food.
this is the first one.
That's
we
why
saw,
I'm eating
so-
bone broth.
Stop eating my food.
She's not fat. She's like really skinny, actually. Did you see her jawline? I wish I had that jawline. I need to just kind of tuck a little bit right here. And also, hello, it's your daughter? Maybe the mom's just really grouchy because she hasn't eaten all day and all she lives off of is broth and now it's gone. She's starving, so she's angry. Could never imagine calling my daughter fat. I just don't know.
Is it rude for the daughter to eat another person's food? Yes, but that is such an overreaction from the mother to call her own daughter fat and little piggy. That's so degrading.
What's wrong with these mothers?
Mother-in-law wrote us letters.
Oh, no.
I got one, my husband got one, my sister-in-law got one. So let's get into my husband's. Okay.
Oh my.
So first of all, she sends this card, and in it says, the bond between a mother and a son, a love and a son, is strong enough to withstand harsh words and hurt feelings. I got that, but what she did was like,
What?
you know, if you're
I
on
hate
this
this
page,
one.
you know what it's about. Joshua, I'm sorry for anything that you felt that I did towards you.
Wow.
I'm sorry that you feel that way.
That's a backhanded apology if I ever heard one. Then she goes into saying that she liked to watch him play soccer and become an Eagle Scout and she misses it, and how she, looking back, I can tell how my comments could have been taken as criticism, but they were meant to be encouraging. Okay. I know we always didn't get along. Please,
Really?
everybody, listen to that, okay? When you're like, oh my God, she keeps him from his mom. Like, no, like, they didn't get along. She says it in the letter. I know that we didn't get along. Okay, I know we didn't always get along.
Thomas, are you going to check your notifications? What?
no.
I'm not Tomas.
And then she says, like, I'm sorry I took my angry feelings out on you. I mean, she's really going into detail about things. I would really like to sit down and talk with you or see a therapist so we can get issues out and behind us. We could go out for a meal. It would be my treat. I would like to become a family again and be a part of Jesse's life. This is another thing. This is the last thing. It's hard to make things better when I don't know what the issues are.
Bullshit. I'm sure that they have sat down and talked to you, because you wouldn't get a letter like this with all of this stuff in it saying these things if you didn't realize that your kids had an issue with some of the things that you did when you were raising them. This letter is like nailing a lot of stuff that we talk about here. She's avoiding accountability. She's saying, I'm sorry that you feel that way.
But it gets better. Let's get into my letter.
Oh no. Oh, what am I gonna hear?
That's my letter. This is
Like
Josh's
2
letter.
sentences?
This is my letter.
Wow.
I'm sorry for calling you a bitch. I would like to be a grandmother to Jesse.
Wow.
That's what I got.
Oh, please tell me your guys' jaws are on the floor too. Okay, first of all, she didn't even get like any letter.
Daughter-in-law,
Okay,
bitch.
fine. That's fine. But then, I'm sorry I called you a bitch was the first thing, and she doesn't know what she did wrong? She needs to have a dinner to clarify what happened? She's apologizing. I don't think she's really sorry she called you a bitch, but it seems to me like she is fake apologizing just so she doesn't lose access to your children. That's what I'm hearing.
No. That wasn't the apology. I don't know. I feel like I need to write her a letter of all the things that she actually did. Maybe I should print off the comments that she put on Facebook and send them to her in the mail.
Do it. I mean, really, what else can you do at this point? She wrote you a letter.
Not
Maybe
Facebook.
that's
It's
a
always
better way of
Facebook.
communicating your guys' feelings. Yeah, write her a letter and then update us. You think you can hurt me? This is from the woman who gave birth to me, my mom.
Hey, guess what? You're the bitch, and you are the reason that your dad committed. You.
I'm making the same face as her. You can't see it, but I am. What? The holy fucking shit. What?
And only you. Sorry about your luck. Bye.
So much hate in a few sentences.
You're a bitch.
Imagine calling your daughter that, your baby girl, or even your son,
My mom called me a bitch and I still forgave her.
like your child, period. Imagine calling them a bitch in like a mean way, not in a fun way, even though I would never call my daughter a bitch in a fun way either. But I guess if that's kind of your humor or your relationship, but to mean it and say it in a vile, like, oh, you bitch, I could never. And you're the reason your dad committed. Wow, what a hurtful, devastating thing to hear from your parent.
Some unhinged things my mom used to do when I was a kid as a form of torture. She used to make me lunch, and it would just be a sandwich with like a piece of cheese and bologna, but then she would pour vinegar on it.
I'm sorry, what? At first I thought you were mad at the bologna because
I'm sorry, I have to gag. Vinegar? Vinegar. Are we serious? We're putting vinegar on a sandwich.
can understand that. People hate bologna. I don't. I love bologna.
I used to get woken up at 4 a.m. every day to clean the whole house, top to bottom, school days, 7 days a week, everything.
Oh, Jesus.
There was a strict no speaking rule from only me in the house. No words were allowed to be spoken by me. I had one chair in the house that I was allowed to sit in, and I wasn't allowed to move at all. Like, physically even move my legs. She used to make a barrier of paper to separate me from the rest of the dinner table. Keep in mind, there's 2 other kids in this house.
Oh, shit.
She used to ask other children to find ways to unalive me. At any point, she would just stop the car, kick me out on the side of the road, and I would have to find my way home from sometimes across the city.
Your mom, she sounds like she's capable of murder.
Could you hate your own child that much? Oh my God.
And I'm not making a joke.
I was not allowed to do my own homework. I was forced to hand in empty pages every day. She used to leave me at Children's Aid so she could go out and do whatever she was doing. I don't know. Keep in mind, Children's Aid wouldn't let me in, so I would just sit on their stoop. I used to have to ask to go to the bathroom, but again, I wasn't allowed to speak, so I was never allowed to ask, so I would just sneak out in the middle of the night. And this one's probably the worst, but she just left me at school one day with a trash bag and never saw her again.
I don't know if that's the worst. Honestly, I'd say the one where she was telling other kids till, that one I think is the worst. You know what? It's kind of a blessing
across the city.
if
What
your
the
mom,
fuck?
right there at the end of what you were saying is like your mom gave you up. I think that was probably best.
If you're a parent and you whip your kid with a fucking belt, you're a piece of shit. You have no emotional maturity, and the only way for you to get your point across to that.
I've never been hit with a belt. I've been spanked once or twice, and that was like when I was 4 or 5. I vaguely remember it. One was for something I don't remember. I just know what happened. And then another one was for me running out in the middle of the road when a car was passing by when I was like 4 and I almost got hit. And then my dad spanked me to teach me a lesson about not running out into the road, and then I never did it again.
Beautiful little human that is helpless is to pull a belt out and whip their ass. It's an embarrassment. You're telling me you don't understand how to speak that badly? You can't sit a kid down and explain intellectually what is wrong and what is right to them to make them understand, so you need to whip them into submission to make them just listen without thinking? That's not obedience, that's terror. You're not raising a kid to become a good human being, you're raising a robot to listen.
I have to agree 100%. I am anti-spanking. Definitely anti-spanking your children with a belt. Again, that might be.
I think spanking is fine in certain occasions and amounts, but it gets to a point, alright? Everything in moderation, okay? But don't hit your kids. I think spanking once or twice is fine, but actually hitting or with fist or a slap or a belt, no.
Something that is divisive. I think it probably is. It's probably pretty split, but it didn't feel right in my heart. I also got spanked with a belt when I was a kid. Not often, because I was so scared of my parents that it never
Mr.
really
Blue,
came to that. And I mentioned it to my mom. She's like, you only
gotta
got
get off
spanked
my
like
desk.
once or twice with a belt. And I'm like, yeah. And I remember
You're in front of the
those
camera.
times. I remember
There we
how
go.
terrified I was before and after, and I've never forgotten it.
Mr.
And
Blue
it's
Chef,
made me
big ol'
think
baby
less of
bull
you
chef,
as an
big ol'
adult now
baby
that I have a
bull
kid.
chef.
Testing my wife's mom instincts.
Get the baby real quick.
Jake, just give her to me. Jake!
That is just asshole husband.
Get him away from me.
That's just asshole husband.
Babe, oh my God, Romeo, to you. Get him.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Divorce. Divorce. Divorce him. Maybe.
Sorry. It's not me. But seeing her beat the shit out of him with a shoe. Now that was funny.
Oh.
Randa.
Oh, the baby. Are you serious?
My leg hurts. Can you carry her? She's okay. She's okay.
Oh, she's crying. No. Poor me.
You know what I noticed in all those videos? Besides the dads being dumbasses, just look at the moms running, like sprinting so much. Most of them are falling over because they're taking off out of nowhere, putting their safety on the line to make sure their babies are okay. You go, moms. Boy moms are never beating the allegations. Mine stopped at 15 months. Broke my heart. He finished nursing, tapped my breast, and said, no more. And that was it. He's nearly 40, and I still ask if he wants mommy's.
If it was a cat, I'd be throwing a hairball.
Ew.
Yep.
I'm holding my boobs right now because I feel violated for.
I'm curious to see how she would react if women were doing this to men. Oh, if women were dropping their babies and then the dad reacted? Maybe. Don't know. Maybe there is a video like that.
For some reason.
Hopefully we'll
Millennials
see
might
more
be
of
the
it.
first generation of parents that openly admit with pride that our children are our friends as well. Yep, they're our friends. And every other generation will look at us and talk crap about us for that exact reason. They think just because our children are our friends that they get away with murder. They're disrespectful. They're entitled. They don't know the value of this. And that's BS. It truly is BS. They only talk about it because they don't understand it, because they never had the relationship that we have with our children. Our children can tell us that they're uncomfortable with something. Our children can tell us that something's wrong. Growing up, and you know this is true, growing
I don't know what he's talking about because 1, I'm not a parent. 2, I'm not millennial. 3, my parents are Gen X.
up, we couldn't tell our parents that something was wrong because automatically we would get blamed. What did you do? What did you do for them to do that? So what does that do? That creates a fear in your child. Our children don't have that. And we're so in tune with our children that they don't have to say a word for us to know that something's wrong. But if something is wrong, they will tell us. If it's
Why do you guys have such shitty Gen X parents? 1, my dad's great. 2, my mom used to be the drug addict and drunk, but she's much better now. Ruined my childhood a bit, but I forgave her. We're on good terms now. Everything's fine.
slips out, if we don't catch it, they will tell us. And that's a flex. Millennial parents, they broke so many cycles.
Yeah, I would say with pride that my daughter is my friend. She's my buddy. I take her with me everywhere. She's my little bestie. I do. I adore her. Why would I have had a child if I didn't want to have one? It feels like our parents didn't actually want children. We were told like children should be seen and not heard, and go to your room and go outside. And like they didn't want us around because they didn't want us. But it is a very fine line. It's something that you, I think, have to know how to do. And if you wanted to be a parent, I think would come naturally. My daughter's my friend. We do a lot together, but she also knows that I put on my mommy voice, as I call it, and it's like, okay. Oh, she ain't playing.
I'd give up. I'd give up being my kid's best friend to make sure he didn't grow up to be a piece of shit. Yeah, that's true. If you are more of a best friend to a kid instead of also a person who is a parent, like authoritative, someone that, they need to listen to at a young age to learn things. I don't know if I'm wording this correctly, but it's important to have balance.
You have to know how to be both.
If you're raising teenagers, and some of you may not know this, so I thought I would share. You knock, then wait. Now she's not home, so she's not going to answer, but typically I would wait for her to say, come in, and then and only then would I come down here to this and open it and into her room. Because here's the thing, that's her private space. I have no reason to believe.
I don't really close my door since I have 5 cats. The door's open right now. But when I do close the door, it's usually when I'm changing and then I open it again, so. But my parents never actually, cross the border onto the carpet if they need to talk to me. They will just, open the door more. Or just ask me questions while standing at the border. Because there's the carpet, that's my room, and then the little gold bar, or, brass, and then, for the door. And then there's the wood outside in the hallway. And that's basically it. My parents actually respect my space.
Believe that anything bad is going on behind that closed door just because it's closed. Yes, she lives under my roof, but that's her personal space. It's the only space in the house that truly feels like hers. So I have no reason just to barge in.
My mom took my bedroom door off the hinges so I didn't have one. What? Why would you do that? Yeah. My mother was too much of a drunk to actually pick up a drill and undo it. My dad was actually the better parent.
And simply because she's my daughter, you're teaching them that you don't trust them.
Agree.
I find it extremely disturbing and icky even that my parents' generation are big on you're at my house eating my food with all of my things. You're lucky to be alive. And I'm like, to my baby, this is your house. This is your food. This is your everything.
You live here.
Yep, that's true. My parents were the same way. My house, my food, my stuff. Yeah, I didn't ask to be here.
We didn't really get along until I moved out. Oh. Let's see. My parents, we were not wealthy growing up. We're still not wealthy now. But when I was 11, I, what was it? When I was 11, I got my period, and then I moved to the bedroom because we only had 2 bedroom and 1 bathroom for the 5 of us because I have 2 older brothers, and my older brothers shared the first room, but then I got my period, so I went from sleeping in the kitchen to sleeping in the bedroom because we switched places, and my brothers went to sleeping in the living room.
You put me here. So yeah, you need to feed me and give me a house and clothes, and those are my things too. This is my daughter's house. This is her food, you know. This is her life too. Like, we share it.
Am I a bad mom for choosing my freedom over my grandkids? I have worked full time my entire adult life. Right out of high school, I got married, had kids. Husband was a piece of so that didn't last long. Raised 2 kids with very little help. Last year, I decided I'm going to live my life. I took an early retirement. I joined pickleball. I didn't even know what pickleball was. I traveled. I started dating again.
Oh, period.
I feel like I'm getting my life back.
Yes.
Everything is wonderful, except. So my daughter is 32. She has 2 kids under 5. One just turned 3. And daycare is super expensive. I get that. So they asked if I would take the kids every Wednesday to save money, right? I agreed at first. After 6 months, it's like I'm right back where I was. Diapers. It's tantrums. I didn't retire to going back to being a full-time babysitter.
Did Wednesday turn into multiple days versus just the one day that you agreed to?
It is that Wednesday, but the thing about it is I just don't feel like committing to being weekly daycare anymore. My daughter's kind of upset about it, but I spent my whole life raising kids, and now I'm raising me, and I just don't want to commit. My son-in-law made a comment like, must be nice to clock out of motherhood. But I told him, listen, you chose to have children. I did not. I already raised my kids. I'm not raising yours. And don't get me wrong, I love my grandkids. Yeah. But does that mean I owe my retirement to them?
Okay, so I was totally with you, totally on board with you, completely on your side until you said that you agreed to watch the kids one day a week. Now you're coming at your daughter like kind of an aggressive way, like, well, I never asked for this. Your daughter asked you if you would do it. You said yes. And it's one day. The person even asked, is it more than one day now? Are you actually no? Oh, okay. So your daughter.
I'm not sure how to feel about this because you're not entitled to your mother's time as a babysitter, yet she agreed, but after 6 months she's getting sick of it. I don't know how to feel. I don't. She's in retirement. Yeah, she's allowed to change her mind. Yeah.
Hasn't changed things. I feel like I'm
wow,
on
person being an
both of your
adult
sides because I agree that just because you're a grandparent doesn't mean you're a babysitter, but you agreed to be a babysitter, and now you're trying to make your children feel bad about it when you said that you would watch them every Wednesday. You don't have to come at it like that. Like, well, I did my job. It's done now. You really want your daughter to feel like she can never go to you for anything when I guarantee you said that she could come to you if she needs help? People who act like having a daughter is the worst thing ever. Okay, that is so real because I remember growing up with my mom. She had 3 daughters, and the amount of people that would be like, oh my God. Like, I remember there was this bitch at one of my sister's softball games. My mom was like, oh, I have, 3 girls and a boy. And she's like,
oh no, that's too much drama.
How rude. Why would you say that? You should flip it around, because she was like, oh no, I have 2 boys. I only do boys. That's what she said. Kind of weird, but still. Should flip it around and be like, oh no, I'm so sorry about your future
Oh my god, you have a teenage daughter? I'm so sorry.
That's too fucking far. Oh my god. Did she just say that?
Future.
Oh.
She just said that. Oh my god. The son said she is clocked out of motherhood, and that's why she said she did her job. Didn't say expect job. Yeah. Okay. Oh my god. This woman. Oh my god. Hold up. Hold up.
And she's like,
oh no, that's too much drama.
How rude. Why would you say that? You know, you should flip it around because she was like, oh no, I have 2 boys. You know, I only do boys. That's what she said. Kind of weird, but still. Should flip it around and be like, oh no, I'm so sorry about your future.
You can't fucking say that. Oh my god. There's one thing saying sometimes girls are dramatic, that they are a lot of drama to have if you have a daughter. Sure. But then saying that when a woman has 2 boys and you say that they're gonna be future rapists are too far. Maybe just call them, like, I don't know, dirty or smelly. One is a character trait, the other one is a fucking crime. Oh my god, this lady. It's 5 more minutes. It's 5 more minutes. What else is she gonna say? Oh my god.
Oh my god, you have a teenage daughter? I'm so sorry. What? Why would you be sorry? She's my best friend. I love having a daughter, and it's been so fun as she gets older and we have more similar interests. Okay, yeah, but isn't she like a nightmare? No. Okay, well, isn't she always sneaking her phone on social media? I mean, I know there's always a chance that she is, and I don't know, but so far it seems like the answer is no. I bet she's getting into trouble with all the boys. No. Okay, well, isn't she just awful to you? No, I mean, if she's ever in a bad mood and snaps even a little bit at me, when she's ready, she comes back and apologizes. Probably because that's how I've modeled my behavior. I'm never
I need
perfect,
a nap.
but
Lady pisses
I
me
own up
off.
to it and apologize when I'm not. Okay, well, like, you never see her, right? She just hides in her room all day long. No, I mean, she's a teenager. She needs her own space to explore her hobbies and her interests and write. But she comes down and hangs out, reads with me, or watches stuff with me and her brother. Sometimes all 3 of us play video games together. And she loves movie nights together.
I swear, don't ever tell the internet you're happy because they'll be like, yeah, whatever. I don't like. They don't like to hear that.
Is he drunk?
Tell the internet you're happy because they'll be like, yeah, whatever. I don't like. They don't like to hear that.
Oh my god. Oh, you just broke the fucking table.
Wait a minute, I'm in shock right now. I'm in so much shock. Did you see?
Why would you do that?
Table?
You broke the
Why is
table,
everybody
you
laughing?
ruined people's
You destroyed
food.
your table. He pushed this little boy out of the way. It's like, what the? Oh my god. When you're chilling in the house by yourself and you feel your mom's evil energy pull into the driveway. So true. You'll drop everything you were
Feel
doing.
that.
My mom, for some reason, whenever I decide to make food.
Wait. Why are you watching me?
Can somebody please tell me the science behind this? Anytime I get up and walk into the kitchen, my mom follows me. Anytime I go in the kitchen.
My living room is right next to my kitchen. There's no wall. It's a pretty small house, so it's just like, you know, it's right there. So if I'm making food, then I ask my parents if they want anything to eat, and they say yes or no.
kitchen. She watches, like, as I'm making food. She'll like watches what I'm doing. She doesn't say anything. She just watches. It's like, what is going on? What is happening? It only happens in the kitchen. I go to the bathroom, she doesn't follow me. I go to my bedroom, she doesn't follow me. I'm downstairs doing whatever, she doesn't follow me. I go outside, she doesn't follow me. It's only the kitchen. I don't know if it's because she has me cornered. Every Facebook mom group. Oh, this is gonna be good.
Hey, mamas.
Hey, mamas. Oh my God. See, I told you the mama thing.
Hey, mama. You're doing great, mama.
They've ruined it. They ruined mama.
Hey, mamas. Can any other mamas recommend a holistic at-home remedy for the measles? Please do not recommend the doctor, as we do not believe in them. Hence the measles. You are so brave, mama. Have you tried beef tallow? I have a partially used tube.
I want to die when I see people like this.
Tube of hand cream, porch pickup only, DM me for address. You're doing such a good job, mama. I do not recommend any
I hate
cough
the mama
syrups
now.
with red dye. It makes my littles so hyper, and then I have to detox them from the red dyes with potato skins in their socks overnight. Just gonna come out and say it. I think you should probably take them to the doctor. How dare you? Mama knows best. Hubs says measles isn't even real. Do your own research, mamas. It could be the 5G towers. The PSA, be so careful out there at the Target parking lot. When I came out, there was a leaf on my windshield, and they are clearly marking me for trafficking. Oh, you mama bears need to hug your littles extra tight tonight.
Oh my God. She's too good. She's too good because I was starting to get angry at her. This is so real. This is exactly how they sound. Some of this sounds like my mom. Oh my God. This is the creepiest thing I've ever heard.
Do you remember the day you were born?
No, but I remember when the earth would open and I crawled out of hell.
What? Oh my God. Did that child must have to heard it from somewhere. Maybe dad was watching a little TV show or overheard it when the kid was supposed to be sleeping but playing with toys and heard on the TV.
Is that a real thing they said? Did you tell him to say that? Please tell me you told that child to say that, because what? Well, if you have made it this far, thank you so much for sticking with me and watching. I hope you.
Yeah, no, I'm disliking it because of that one comment. Holy shit, lady. That is fucked up. You can't just call someone's son's a rapist when they're like, what, 8?